Melissa here from Two Vintage Sisters, and as you know, it's Barbie week. Angela and I are going through our Barbie bins. We both have Etsy shops. We're vintage resellers, and we just love 80s toys. Really all vintage toys, but absolutely love 80s toys and dolls because, yes, not afraid to admit it, we are girls of the 80s. The 80s, the decade, was our childhood. So childhood and into, basically, we grew up in the 80s. So we played with Cabbage Patch dolls and Barbies, Strawberry Shortcake, but really Barbies was our big one. So anyway, we're tackling all of our Barbie stuff. As some of you know, we have started what we call Barbie Week. So Angela showed you in a video yesterday kind of how she was going through her big box of Barbie stuff, and she was kind of sorting it out. She was kind of putting outfits and accessories, and then she had some really cool handmade fabric bedspreads and pillows. And how many of you gals learned how to sew in the 80s because you played with Barbies or because you had dolls? Like my mom and grandma, we used to sew Cabbage Patch Kid clothes. We used to sew like bedspreads and pillows for our baby dolls, and we made a ton of stuff for our Barbie dolls, and I even played with doll houses. So yeah, we made a lot of littles too. It was pretty fun. So anyway, so my turn now today to take you with me on my first day of going through my Barbie bins a little closer and kind of digging through. And so as you can see, you guys, right now, look at this. I have a mess of outfits here. So I got this I sourced this from a lady that lives in a community near mine. And she just has bags and bags, you guys, of Barbie clothes and little outfits, accessories. Honestly, I don't really even know what is all in here. And then this is another bag of, I believe, Barbie clothes that I've had in my bins for a while. And so what I'm gonna do today, my goal for me today, is I'm gonna go through and kind of sort everything out, and then I'm gonna put lots or sets together to sell in my Etsy shop. So I'm gonna kind of walk you through how I decide, or we decide, to list things together. Like, should we put that together? Does that go together? If we have that, we probably need that. I mean, it's more than just throwing some outfits together, taking a picture and putting it up in our Etsy shops. There's a little more that goes into it to market it, to try to make sure that we're hitting the mark as far as having, you know, pants and tops and trying to keep it kind of in the same genre and the same look. But it is kind of fun. It's kind of like being a Barbie stylist. So I guess today you could call me a Barbie stylist, Miss Melissa. So anyway, so I'm just gonna take some time to sort through all this, and then I'll bring you back with me and we will see how I'm going to list some of this. So hang on, I'll be back. Okay, you guys, so here we go. I'm gonna start going through this and just kind of piecing it out and laying it all out so I kind of see what I have, so I can kind of decide for my listings, like what I'm gonna put with what and how I'm gonna pair it up, and I guess market it. That's kind of the word. Market my Barbie outfits to style the Barbie dolls. And then this is just a bag that I had in storage, and you can kind of dump it out. And you can just see there's just lots of, I mean, look at that retro outfit. So there's just lots of goodies in here. So I'm gonna take some time to kind of go through this and get it all laid out, and then I'll bring you back and kind of talk to you about what I've done. So stay tuned. When I'm back, so I just wanted to give you a glimpse into what I'm doing. I too, like Angela, am going through and kind of opening these baggies and separating the stuff out kind of according to what it is, so I can have an idea of what to do with it, how to even start putting it in outfits, because until I really see what's all here, I really don't have any clue as to what I'm going to do with it. One thing I thought I would show you as I was doing this is most Barbie clothes that aren't handmade, well, actually all Barbie clothes that aren't handmade, that are actually made by Mattel, that are actually made by Mattel for Barbie, will always have a little B somewhere in the label, a little B, Barbie. always inside. And sometimes they've ripped out. It doesn't mean that these aren't Barbie clothes if it isn't there. It could have ripped out, or, you know, it just doesn't show, but it'll either have the Barbie, the little B for Barbie in a pink. I've mostly just seen it in pink. It might be in purple too, but I've seen it mostly in the hot pink. So that's just a tip as to how you can sometimes look at clothes and see if they're, you know, if they were actually made for Barbie, or if they're, you know, some other kind of, here's a purple one. So there's a purple bee. So I've seen purple and pink bees. So that's just a little tidbit of information for you guys. If you weren't aware of that, now you know that you can always look for the pink or purple Barbie tag, you know, inside the clothes. And to me, now when we look at this I could sell just like this, right? Just like this, list it just like this. And this looks to be a Ken outfit for like the Ken Barbie doll. And you can just tell because the shirt does look like a man's shirt, but it's a little bit bigger. And then the jeans are acid wash jeans for Ken. So I would maybe say that's a Ken outfit, and I just kind of make a pile. I just have these piles so that I can just make a pile for Ken clothes as I'm going through. So I just wanted you to see how I'm kind of doing things. And I'm going to be checking back here in a little bit when I'm closer to having stuff all in piles, and then I'm going to show you how I kind of put the outfits together. Okay, and some of the listings that I'm going to show you some of the way I'm going to sell these in my shop, so you'll be able to see the actual items I'm going to put together to sell in my vintage Etsy shop. I will be back, everyone. It's Melissa, and I'm back. So now I am going to show you kind of what I have done. As you saw earlier, I was kind of sorting things into piles so I could market my Barbie clothes and create my lots and sets and items for sale. It's kind of like being a Barbie stylist, right? You have to kind of pick what goes together, and well, that'd be cute with that, or oh look, maybe we need to include those tops with those jeans, or it's kind of things like that. And sometimes it's obvious, right? Like for instance, it was obvious when I sorted through that these two outfits, which are so Jetsons, right? Don't they remind you of the Jetsons? So space age. But anyway, these outfits definitely would go together just right off the cuff, right? There's no reason not to put these together. So just something to keep in mind as if you get like a bunch of Barbie clothes, or you're looking through any kind of doll clothes really. But look at this retro outfit. It's like parachute material. So obviously that's a no-brainer, right? And I either would just sell this by itself, or I might put something with it, right? Just to make it a little, beef up the listing a little bit, you know, make it a little more worth the buyer's while. You know, they're not just buying the one outfit, but look at this. So there's this, right? And then look at in the lot, I found this. Look at these little exercise pants. And then look at this little like bikini top. It's like a little retro workout outfit. So this might be something, these might be something that I might put for sale together in one lot, a 4-piece, 2 outfits. So you have to kind of consider things like that. Oh my gosh, you guys, just dawned on me that I still have my stocking hat on. Did I have it on earlier in the video too? I'm in and out today, working in the garage. That's kind of where all of my stuff is at, my bin. And so it's a beautiful sunny day here in the Pacific Northwest. It's cold here when it gets beautiful and sunny. Usually it gets really cold, our clouds go away and it gets cold. But a beautiful day, I just had to have the hat on. So I didn't even know. So you're probably wondering, why does she have a hat on inside? So forgive me, I left it on, didn't even think I had it on. So anyway, I've been outside in the garage, but now I'm back in and I'm showing you kind of what I've come up with. Just some more examples of how some things just go together. Look at this little outfit. It's like shorts and a top. And then this is cool, this little retro dress, and look at this apron. So you can see how, and things like this could be okay just to sell by themselves. And maybe since it's like a kitchen, looks to me like an apron, maybe, or maybe it's like a painting, you know, I don't know, you have to kind of decide, right? You might put a few accessories with it just to beef up the lot. So that's kind of how I do it with things that are obvious. Another really good tip though, when you have a bunch of random clothes, is you got to dress the Barbie. You got to try them on the Barbie for 2 reasons. For one, we have Barbie, right? And then we have Skipper and we have Ken. And I already told you that obviously this is the only outfit that I found that I'm going to call a Ken outfit. So what I do is just put that aside and we're just going to call that for Ken. And then, disclaimer, I'm gonna be holding up some Barbies that don't have clothes on. I've got Skipper, and then I've just got a Barbie doll, right? And you can see the size difference, right? There's definitely a size difference. And so if you're not quite sure if the clothes are gonna fit both of them or one of them, you really need to try them on. You just don't know who they're made for. I mean, you can look at things like, look at this. So this could be a top. You're thinking a top because it doesn't really look that big, right, when I hold it. Or it could be a little sundress, mini dress. So we're gonna put it on Barbie. We're gonna start, I always start with Barbie, not Skipper. Unless it looks absolutely teeny tiny, then I do sometimes start with Skipper. But I usually just default to the Barbie because I sell more Barbie clothes because I have more Barbie dolls. I don't have as many Skipper things. Skipper stuff is a little more rare, which is a good thing if you find it. So right away, look, I put this on Barbie, and I'm not even gonna try it on Skipper because look, it fits perfect as a cute little sundress or mini dress for Barbie. So I automatically know that that is a Barbie dress. So then I can kind of use this dress as a gauge for the other dresses that I have and kind of look at them and go, oh, that's probably a dress, or oh, maybe that's a top, or so it's just a good way to do it. Just so you have clarity. This is another really fun thing to do, or a good example. So again, clothes can be kind of deceiving. I gotta find it now, I have so much going on. I have that little skirt set aside. Where did I put it? Sorry guys. Well, this might not be a good example. Just when you think you're really organized. No. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's take this as an example. So when I was looking at stuff, right, going through stuff, see how teeny tiny this is? Just by looking at it, right? I was like, geez, that can't be for Barbie. And then this, oops, and then this little skirt, they just don't look very big. Like those compared to like, look at the two tops. Like when you take this top and you compare it to this top, you would definitely think like Skipper Barbie, right? Like when you look at them, and when you hold this skirt and this skirt, right? Again, Skipper's shorter. So you're like, Skipper Barbie. So it's really good to try them on. And this time let's try these little clothes that I'm thinking are for Skipper on her first. So this one little, the stuff that looked really teeny tiny that I thought was really made for Skipper, I'm putting it on her. And then once I try something on, you guys, I kind of have to move it out of the way because then I know, right? Why would that defeat the purpose? Then I know. So here's that outfit on Skipper, right? The outfit that I thought could be too small for Barbie and perfect for Skipper. As you can see, the skirt is a little loose, right? And the top fits okay, but it is quite loose. But it works. I mean, I could say this was for Skipper or Barbie because it does fit Skipper. But now let's try it on the Barbie doll and see if we get a better fit on Barbie. So let's take it off of her. And you have to remember the Barbie doll is quite a bit bigger in all regards. She's taller, she's a little thicker, and she's just overall, it's like kid sister and grown woman. So definitely a difference. Okay, so now we've got that on Barbie. Sorry guys, I'm hurrying. I know it's kind of boring waiting for me to dress this Barbie doll. Okay, and there it is on Barbie. So look, it actually fits Barbie a little better. It's more like a halter top on Barbie, not so much of a, but it's not loose. It fits tighter. It's not as baggy, and the skirt actually looks like it's tighter on the waist. So who would have thought, right, that outfit looked teeny tiny, but that it would fit Barbie. So that's just a really good example. And I'm not gonna bore you while I try this on, but I will tell you. So then I tried this outfit. I put these together. So this is an example of how I got to be a stylist. So I had this shirt and this skirt. So I just kind of thought they looked cute together. And when I tried them on Barbie, they fit Barbie great. Now I'm not even gonna try them on Skipper because you can see that that shirt is pretty big, and just holding it up to her, you can tell that, I mean, it's the armholes, it's just gonna be too big. So then I would put that aside for Barbie. Excuse me, I dropped something. So this could be really cute. And then I could either just sell it like this, right? Just like this. Or maybe I'm gonna throw in a pair of jeans, because now we have options. We have some jeans, we have a skirt, and we have a top, right? That you can wear with the skirt or with the jeans. And then if you have extra pieces, you might even, let's say, throw another top in, right? And so now you have 2 shirts, a skirt, and a pair of jeans. And so now you have all kind of in the same colors, and you have a 4-piece lot. So that's kind of what I mean by being a stylist. You can kind of put outfits together, style it up. Some outfits are obvious, they just go together. And then there are those things that you look at and you're like, oh, well, I get to pick patterns, colors. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and I'm just going to continue to do that. So I really appreciate you joining in. I hope you learned something if you didn't already know something, or that you just like to see all these retro clothes, and that I've helped you also in knowing how to kind of style a Barbie and look for the Barbie tag inside the clothes. If you're ever wondering if it's a true Barbie clothing item, remember purple and pink tags are what I typically see with the Barbie B as in Barbie, on the tag, and then getting to pick outfits. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and work through all this stuff, continue to work through it, and create my lots or my sets to sell on my Etsy shop, and how I'm gonna sell them, how I'm gonna market them. So at the end of the video, here in a second, I'm gonna insert some pictures of some of the listed Barbie clothes that I've taken pictures of and listed in my Etsy shop, so that you can see how I styled them and how I put them together. So you'll actually be able to see the finished product of what I came up with. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed Barbie Week so far. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning, you guys. We have a whole another week of videos and Barbie tips and tricks and sorting, and we're gonna walk down memory lane with a lot of vintage furniture and doll cases, and we're even gonna look at a bunch of vintage Barbies. So it's gonna be fun. So stay tuned. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel, to Vintage Sistas here on YouTube, that you hit the bell notification so you'll know when we put new videos up. And again, I'm Melissa, and Angela is my other sister, and we really appreciate you hanging with us, and we hope you enjoy this video series. So again, until next time, everyone, take care, and we'll see you in the next Barbie video.